Lillian anatoka wapi? Do you even speak Swahili?
Yeah, I do. I speak Swahili. I speak very good Kikuyu.
Okay.
I grew up in Kiambu.
No boyfriends, no nothing, no love letters. I'm focused.
Oh no, I had boyfriends in high school.
Eh.
No, I had boyfriends.
Boyfriends,
yeah. I don't like guests at my place, hardly ever.
Really?
Yeah. I prefer we meet, outside, outdoors, have lunch, have a good time, and then kila mtu aende kwake. I like a man who comes home early.
But now the times have changed.
They have changed. I'm telling you, I struggle. So a man coming home late, I struggle a lot with that. Yeah.
And of course, welcome ladies and gentlemen. Such an amazing, beautiful time once again. Lessons are 30. With Dr. Ofweneke. My name is the Eagle himself, the Duke of Kakamega. Dr. Ofweneke is my name. And of course, a big shout to each and every single person. I am so excited. Yay! Our numbers are growing. Subscribers are joining. The students are becoming even more. The classroom is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And the Dr. Ofweneke TV is becoming even a bigger community. And thank you so much, of course, to the guys I meet on the streets, the inboxes, the DMs, of guys saying how much their lives are being changed, the lessons that they're learning through Lessons of 30. That means that my whole production team and I were not doing anything just for granted. Asanteni sana. I also just want to send out a disclaimer. A few weeks ago, we had an incident that we addressed through a press statement about one of the episodes that we had on the show. It was more of a personal issue between the guest and the strangled husband, ex-husband, but it's an issue that is now beyond us, but it's now being sorted out in another level. But over and above, we still stand strong as Lessons at 30. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going on and on and on. Make sure you go, of course, hit on the notification button, Dr. Ofweneke TV, and make sure you share. And the ones who are watching, there's no need of you watching the show and not literally subscribing to the YouTube channel. Please make sure you do so that whenever we're uploading a new lesson, you don't miss out. Tonight, today, this morning, after whatever you're watching from, I am excited about our guest for the day. This is definitely an exclusive, and I made sure I told her and say I'm honored because I know she doesn't do interviews that much. She doesn't just go all over talking and yapping. So for her to agree to come at Lessons at 30 means that she's really honored us with her presence and her story as well. So really appreciative of that. But remember, Lessons at 30 is brought to you by Lemfi. Now, this is the good news. All right, those who are watching me, please get on your mobile phone, download the Lemfi mobile application. Now, the ones who are watching, my Kenyans who are watching from diaspora, you're watching from the UK, you're watching from the USA, you're watching from Europe. Now there's a better way of you to send money back at home. Hii story was stressed because I know of stories of guys, and those guys who are watching from all over across the globe from Kenya. I know some of you knew tumadoo za kujenga, mnatumadoo za school fees, mnatumadoo za shopping, mnatumadoo za OC, mnaingia sijui WhatsApp, sijui kuna matanga, and some of you mmekuwa mkikuja home, you sent money to build a house, and the house has not been built. You send money for school fees, your kid does not be going to school. Whatever you are, whichever part of the world that you're in, now you can send money back home in the easiest, safest, and most relaxing way possible ever. While so anxiety attack, Lemfi has sorted you out. All you need to do is, of course, download the Lemfi app, and of course, there's a cashback as well. Imagine natuma do could get do. The code name is Ofwe. All right, make sure you do so and you're home and dry. And there's actually a till number. For the first time, you can actually send money directly from Europe, USA, UK through a till number direct and pay your bills right back here at home. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what buy my shamba, by the way? Make sure you buy your shambas. There's only one legit property company in Kenya, and that is Username Properties. They're making sure you're okay, you're sorted out, and they're selling out the new plots at Terra Gardens at Ngong at an eighth at 795,000 shillings only. Check on the squeeze bar. That is where the information is as well. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting too much time, I want to get straight into it. Ladies, she is a mom. She is a wife. She's one of the most iconic ladies of this generation. She has been through it all. She's carried all the titles that any girl will ever dream of, and she's still going strong, ladies and gentlemen. And she is latest, has joined the latest. She's done the podcast family with the latest podcast, the Lillian podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite or introduce on Lessons at 30, the one and only Lillian Nganga.
Asante.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
It is. I know I don't think we've ever met personally.
We haven't.
We have never met personally, but of course we probably within circles whereby we know somebody that you know somebody that knows somebody. And I watched snippets of your latest podcast, of course, with my big brother Borale, who was actually sat on the same chair a couple of episodes ago, and I found it talking. But I noticed something, Lillian. Either she's going through a metamorphosis, because slowly but slowly of late you are really coming out on your own and you're becoming very vocal. But before that, where's Lillian Nganga coming from?
I think it's a season. In the season of probably speaking more, and I think I know it's because I became a mom. So I have a legacy, quote, quote, to protect. Kitambo, you just used to be quiet. You can say whatever about me, but now, not anymore. Because I have a son, and anything I do or say, he's attached to it forever. So I have to speak up, speak my truth, and yeah, you'll be seeing more of me.
Has it been that easy for you? In this whole changing and the whole face change, has it been an easy transition for you?
Yeah, it's easy. I think you just decide and then you just go for it. Yeah, so it's not hard. It's a decision that you make, and then
you walk on and like, you know what? I need to start telling guys. Listen.
Yes. And
I can speak for myself.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Do you feel misunderstood?
Sometimes, because people don't know who I am, and it's none of their business to know who I am.
Wow.
But I think I've been boxed into a certain box. So I have tried, and I will win to get out of that box. The box of you just a pretty girl, you've been through this, so you have nothing to say. An example I'd give you, I made a comment, I gave an opinion about politics in the country, probably like 2 weeks ago, and I was attacked. But the good thing with Twitter, you don't get to read every comment, because it adds no value, yeah? And I thought, you guys are going to lose because I have a platform. I can't deny that. And I'm going to share my views, whether you like it or not. And it came out that you have to be on one side for you to be right. You can't have another opinion. Yeah.
Let's go a little bit back, because there's something you've said. People really don't know who Lillian Nganga is. When you Barbie, do you come because you speak very good English? You always look very elegant and very graceful. And people think, ude mama toka kama Barbie, ude maja go through life. Lillian toka happy. Do you even speak Swahili?
Yeah, I do. I speak Swahili. I speak very good Kikuyu. I grew up in Kiambu.
Apa tu?
Yeah, Kiambu. Just a comfortable life. We never lacked anything. And I think when you talk about grace, it's just probably inborn. Maybe it was enhanced because I did some modeling when I was younger. And then also I have a lot of exposure to many things in the world. So I think now just everything coming back together.
What was your experience back, let's say probably as you were growing up? Are you a firstborn?
No, secondborn.
You're a secondborn?
3 girls, yeah.
3 girls?
Yeah, I'm in the middle.
Was middle wako wamesahaulika kidogo? Do you feel like you've forgotten at some point?
Do you know, it's actually true. Yeah, like when I think broadly, a bit, yeah. And probably sometimes I wonder, because I'm a super introvert, I always wonder whether I became that because of being forgotten, sort of. Not in a bad way, of course. I think my dad was always away. He was in the travel industry, so safaris, so he was never home. And because my mom was working, so you just get by. And I was telling my mom the other day that I don't remember her sitting with us, tunafanya homework and all that. But then she was busy, and I was laughing at myself because Mama used to come home every day. Akona mzigo, she's carrying something. And I used to wonder, what are you carrying? Like, you can just come back standing. No, I'm the same. Every time I'm getting back home, I always have to have something. That toy for my son, maybe diapers. I never go back home, come and miss mama. So it's just probably the life cycle, which is so interesting.
Is it the same thing you expect when a guest come to your place?
No, I don't like guests at my place, hardly ever.
Really?
Yeah. I prefer we meet, outside, outdoors, have lunch, have a good time, and then kila mtu aende kwake. Because I always feel like your house is your space, and people come with different energies, and so you don't want that to be a smell. So you just want to have your house just for you. Yeah.
And family? Do they come over?
Yeah, of course they come over. Yeah, of course they come over.
But there's a boundary to it.
Yeah, a hard one, a hard boundary. Yeah.
Do they know like there's a curfew? Like at this time, we need to start moving.
No, for my family. Oh, no. There's no boundary. If I'm talking about anybody else who would come. I'm not saying that you can never come to my house. You can come, but hardly ever will you find people coming to my house.
Let's. I'm really interested in Lillian growing up. Dad was all over. He was traveling. I mean, of course, he had to do that. Of course, provide and everything.
Yeah.
Did you have a close relationship with him?
Yes. He'd come back with all these goodies from the safaris. It was good, and we'd do lunches, the carnival, the Norfolk. We had a very good life growing up.
You guys went to Norfolk? Yeah,
we had.
Is my dad watching? My God.
I'd say I had a very privileged upbringing. Close. Even to date, we are very close. Yeah. He's a good dad.
He's a good dad.
Yeah, he's a good dad.
What is that one principle about him that as you were growing up as a girl, you'd wish for young men to carry that kind of principle or value system?
Oh my God, I struggle with this a lot, and I've seen it in my relationships. My dad does not drink. Okay? I'm not saying he doesn't have his flaws, but I don't know. I struggle so much with alcohol. No, I don't drink myself. I used to, but I struggle with men who drink a lot, because I don't know how to be in that setup of, because, pombe inaharibu watu, You can go drinking, and of course I've drank my alcohol when I was in my 20s. And then meanza vizuri, and then after a few drinks, people just transform into different people, And you're like, who are you? What's wrong?
What is your most weird moment that you can remember in your memory of you and around a man who was high?
I think it's just probably a super, like, you lose respect for the person, because I think men are supposed to be just like always be aware of your environment, whatever is going on. So come on, Melewa, what happens?
Okay.
What happens? If you go out, you see couples, people are drinking, the boyfriend is drunk couple. And I always feel like going and slapping them, like, who's taking care of your girl? Like, it's just a super, super turn off, like, in general.
So for you, a man who drinks, no?
You drink, of course, but drink in moderation. Don't drink to the extent of unalewa, unalala, you're blacked out, because alcohol adds no value. It's okay to drink in your 20s, probably in your 30s, but now, as life progresses, just reduce. I'm not saying you don't drink. Doesn't have to be like it's the end of the world. Usipolewa, Yeah. For me, it doesn't make sense. So my dad doesn't drink, so I struggle with that a lot. And he is also a man who comes home early. Even if he comes to my house, he's leaving so that he's back home in Kiambu by 7 p.m. So he's always planning.
And for any man in your life?
Now, that's the challenge, because times have changed.
True.
I also don't get home at 7 p.m. And I remember when I was growing up with him, I finished high school. So I'd get home probably at 7 or 5. And he's like, Because he speaks a lot of Swahili, probably because of how he was, with his career. Metoka wapi? Like, Dad was, no, it used to be just strangles. Hapana, you're a woman, you're a girl, you're young, you should be home by 6, 7. So we had our fights back then, yeah? But I have to admit, deep down, I like a man who comes home early.
But now the times have changed.
They have changed. I'm telling you, I struggle. So a man coming home late, I struggle a lot with that. Yeah.
How is late for you?
So I've adjusted. I could probably give it 10.
10?
Yeah. And I also get home late, even when sometimes when I go out, I get home probably at 3 a.m. But that's like once in a blue moon. But be home early. Just there's another day coming. Whatever you're doing now, you can always go forward. And I was with a person who was very busy, but the person was always home early. He was always home early, and if he's running late, he would let me know I'm running late. And late is what, 8, 9? So that gives me a lot of peace. So to answer your question,
alcohol. You gotta be time conscious. You gotta be home by 7. Okay, well, by 10.
Yeah, just be home early. Whatever early means. Huh?
But if I communicate to you, maybe I'm with the boys, and I'm like, babe, today I just probably wanna cool off.
That's fine. That's fine.
As long as you know where I am.
Yeah, but then what time do you get home? Yeah. Now, number 3, my dad is super, super neat. We call him Baba Safi. A man who's very untidy would bother me.
Okay.
Have your space, of course. I'm not telling you have everything arranged. My space will be, everything in order. But then again, you can be the extreme opposite of me. We won't get along.
So you allow a little bit of raggedy, just kidogo.
Not even kidogo. You can have your space. I'm not telling you loud. Just panga your things like mine and be a certain kind of way. But if it's too much, I can't handle it. Yeah, I just lose my mind.
Are there men that you have dumped because of that?
Now, it means you would have to live with them, and I haven't lived with a lot of men, so I don't know. Yeah, but then again, if we go somewhere and we're having probably lunch or we're having a coffee, and I can just probably pick you're disorganized, there won't be a second conversation.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Or you're a stubborn kid?
To date, I'm quite stubborn. I think probably I'm very clear on what I want and how I want things done. So it comes out as stubborn. But I never see the need to be anything else than that. Otherwise, I'm now shrinking myself a bit to get by, which is criminal.
I like how you put it. I like how you say it. It's criminal.
Yeah. All
right. So now you of course, you are done with the bringing everything. You get into high school. So I'm pretty sure you also went into a very well-polished high school, I must.
You went to Loreto, yeah.
You went to Loreto?
Yeah.
Ghana.
And it was a Catholic school, so I'm also deep into spirituality, like the crazy one, whatever crazy means. Yeah, but you grow up in that setup, and it's nice. It sort of grounds you a bit.
So even at this point, no boyfriends, no nothing, no love letters. I'm focused.
Oh no, I had boyfriends in high school.
Eh.
No, I had boyfriends.
Boyfriends,
yeah.
Lillian.
I had boyfriends, and I'm friends with some today.
Mm-hmm.
And I love doing calligraphy. I probably should get back to it. So people would do all these letters. I love now, preps as you saw me. I'm the one now who's doing the envelopes. Nandikia went to, the envelopes to their boyfriends in different schools. Yeah, so I had boyfriends, good people, because to date we are still friends. And even the boyfriend I had after high school, we are still very good friends to date.
So you carried along the relationship from high school over.
But then again, what is a boyfriend back then? It's just a friend, right? When you think about it. Because what are you doing? Mko shule, you hardly meet. You probably meet once over the holidays, or even you don't meet. So I'd call it friendships. Yeah, and I had quite a number.
Now, my desk mate was the one who was doing calligraphy.
Okay.
So I was more of the guy now with the lyrics.
Ah, nice.
I spoke better English than anybody else in the class.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of Kikuyus in Kirinyaga.
Yeah.
So no suspension, no nothing. You were clean discipline record and everything.
We were once sent home with my friend. Now she's in the UK and we're laughing about it because we what do you call it? We used to call it, is it sneaking? Yeah. And then now when we're coming back in the morning, we met the headmistress on the fence, huh? And then now just go back home. When you metoka, just go back, you know?
Still at Loreto.
Yeah, Loretta, yeah. So I couldn't tell my dad nimefukuzwa shule because what do you mean? You know, so I had to hire somebody to take me back to school, somebody who looked like my dad. So I said, this is my uncle. So this is my uncle, you know? Yeah, so but I was just
No, I want to hear the story. How did it end up?
no, I went back with the uncle, quote, to the headmistress office because she knew my dad. But this they looked like my dad, so she couldn't doubt.
Ulimpata wapi?
Nauko tu, she was a professor, sijui alikuwa professor wa wapi. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. Just give him some money.
How much?
I think probably like 10K.
10K?
Yeah.
She will start a business of becoming a fake father.
Yeah.
Make money in Nairobi. God, so now you clear and then you got into tourism as well. Is this what you wanted to be, or Lillian wanted to be something else?
So we had an aunt who was a nun. Yeah, she's called Nun, Sister Wamboe. So she'd come to our place quite a bit, and then also my parents were friends with the father. So a part of me wanted to be a nun. I know, and it's so weird because I have a very soft spot to date for nuns. Like when I see them, I just want to you know.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You wanted to be a nun?
No, like kabisa, because there's that part I wanted to be a nun, and then I also wanted to do modeling, you know? So I did modeling after high school. When I finished high school, I took like a gap year, sort of, yeah?
Okay.
I did modeling, and then now hotel management, tourism, and then other things, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But at what point did you convince yourself that you're not going to do seminary, you're not going to be probably on the kind of...
I think it just fell off after primary because no, I had to go to high school. No, I didn't have the aunt coming over. Like she's so properly dressed. No, she looks so holy. And I remember when the Pope came, the one who passed on, when he came to Kenya, I met him and I was like, and he has washed away all my sins. I've met the Pope. Like I'm a Catholic, deep, although I don't go to church. Yeah, so there's that. I have deep respect for priests. But then again, there's some of them are so nasty that I just pulled back going to church. And I have a friend who's a priest, so I talked to him quite a bit. Telling me, Apanda, don't just take the message. Forget about who's passing the message. I'm telling him, I don't want to receive Holy Communion from a father who was sijui alikuwa wapi usiku. But I didn't do that. I did modeling. For 1 year, it was nice. And then I did other things. Yeah.
What was your first job?
My first job, I worked at Safari Park at the front desk. It was internship for about an year. And then my internship ended on a Friday. And then on Saturday, the GM called me. And he told me, I'm going to give you a job. Please come back on Monday. So that's how I got my first job.
Oh.
I never applied to... Yeah, and we'd make so much money from tips, you know, from the Forex exchange.
So I'm here trying to imagine, how does Lillian's first house look like? Now that by God's grace, you come from a well-off family, and then now you start getting your own money.
I didn't say well-off, but it was
privileged, well-off.
Yeah. So the first house was just basic.
What is basic? This is Lillian.
You just get a comfortable couch, you have carpet, you have a TV, you know.
You had a couch.
What are you talking to? Oh yeah, I had a couch. It was a pretty comfortable house, yeah.
Pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
So a couch, there was a TV as well?
Yeah, carpet, you have good beds, beddings. Like it was a full house.
You had a carpet for your first house?
Yeah.
And, okay, fine. My parents probably need to have a meeting with them. My goodness. Wow. Couch.
Yeah.
Well, then, so now you get your first job, and at this point, what is this about your life that you're envisioning? What is this picture that you're painting of this young Lillian growing up? What are you fighting towards? What is this thing you want to really achieve?
The desire was to travel. So when I was at Safari Park, I applied for a position for cabin crew, KQ, and then I got picked. Oh. I did not have any favors from anybody. I just went for the interview. I was the last person to be interviewed. Then they went in, they looked through my papers. You don't have no experience back then, just like college and Safari Park for 1 year. And then he told me, because I speak Spanish, yeah. He told me, you speak Spanish? I'm like, yeah, just say something. Say, hola, me llamo Liliana. That's it. They never asked me anything. And I got the job.
So the person asking you to speak Spanish, do they understand Spanish themselves?
No. So you just say whatever.
So what if you lied?
No, I couldn't lie because probably they understood the language.
Oh my
So I just say
goodness.
something basic, like my name is Lillian, just basic things. And then I got the job.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the job, yeah.
So here you are, you're now in the air, your first destination.
So when you join the airline, you first have to do the local flights.
Okay.
Then you get your training, and then now you do the regional and then international. Just pole too.
Right.
Yeah.
You're now living the life.
Yes, that was the life. Because it's a very good life. And you're making a lot of money then. And then you don't have expenses because you're not home as much. Just in and out because you're very busy. Yeah? So you get to save a lot of money. So you're just probably paying rent. And my rent was, I think, probably 13K. So you're making 100K plus a month. And I'm 19, 20. So you get to save a lot of money.
So there's so much for you to just...
Yeah.
Wow.
So life was very good. If somebody's young, I think they should get into I don't know how it is now, but it's a very good space to be in when you're young. You get exposed to a lot. So, yeah.
I'm really thinking at 19, 20, how much was I earning? I was earning 4,000 Kenyan shillings a month, and life got so hard that I actually moved back to my parents. It's a sad story.
No, it's okay. You're here now.
So now, now you starting now to come of age. I mean, we're into your 20s and everything, and at this point, you don't have this desire to now have a man, have a family, probably start settling down. Because I've always asked myself, especially for the top successful women, I've always wanted to know in their mind what is the presumption, what is the right age to settle down, especially for a woman.
So I've always had a boyfriend. I've never been in a point where I've seen a boyfriend.
You've never been single at any point?
Yeah, which is interesting. Yeah. So I had a boyfriend, and I love this boy so much. My goodness. You know, like I'd see him, and we're friends to date, yeah? Like you what do you call it? Like you skip a habit, like every time, you know? That's how much I love this boy. And we had so much drama, and I couldn't hate him. To date, I don't hate him. And I'm sure he's going to see this. Yeah, it was good love, a bit unhealthy. Yeah, and then when I joined KQ, just so many wrangles here and there. We broke up, and I got another boyfriend.
How was the healing process? How was the breakup of it? Is there something like a peaceful breakup to you?
Now that I'm older, I believe there is, because you can be with somebody and you realize you are on completely two different pages. So you sit down and agree, or probably share that this is not leading anywhere for either person. So you just have to go your separate ways.
So what point did you realize this is not working out? This is not what I want. I love this boy, but this ain't working. It ain't working out for me.
Yeah, I think this boyfriend of mine, he became a bit insecure when I joined the airline. Probably he had these visions of, I'm meeting all these people, exposure. So he became a bit too possessive. Yeah, so I had to cut it. I had to cut it short.
Do you feel like probably there's something you didn't do right? I mean, probably assurance, affirmation, I don't
know. I tried my best, honestly. I did my best. And even later we spoke about it. We laugh about it. I think probably you've known this person from high school, your friends, now your boyfriend, girlfriend, and now you're deep in the relationship. And then now I'm spending nights out because of work. I have new friends, new connections, probably a different worldview. So just that separation, yeah.
Is money an issue? For you, is money a fundamental issue for stability of a relationship?
So listen.
Because maybe he thought you made a lot of money, and now, there's the money you were making and the connections. It's like, hey, manzo dem amanza kutoka ligi yangu sasa.
No, the boy had money. The boy had money. He was hustling, he was doing his thing. So he did everything for us. Like he provided everything. So it wasn't about money. I think he just became insecure, which is probably I would understand. Yeah.
Because I know we have that talk within men's circle of the type of women to stay away from. And unfortunately,
The airline.
airline mamas you're like, hey, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Hey, pilots, airline cabin crew.
It's an interesting one.
It's an interesting one. How was the healing? Because I would want to understand, how does Lillian heal after a broken relationship? Do you cry? Do you shout, lock yourself in the house? Do you travel? Do you start washing the house? I don't know.
So this boy, when I broke up with him, I actually helped him move. I helped him move, like pack his things and move. Like it was not a nasty breakup. We went kutafuta nyumba where he's gonna move. Nikamsaidia, he moved to the new house, and then now pole pole, I'm not seeing him every day. We're not seeing each other every day, and then now you just go your separate ways.
It just faded out.
Yeah.
Did you feel like any void? Like,
no, I was too busy. To fill the void. And then I got another boyfriend soon after anyway, so the void was filled.
how long?
Probably. Okay, I'm not gonna say how long, but it was pretty fast.
It was pretty fast.
Yeah, I met this guy at Tamasha. You know Tamasha, yeah? Back then it used to be probably a decent club on a Sunday. And then he was American. He was going back to the US probably the day after or 2 days after.
All right.
And then we just started talking, and then now he became my boyfriend. So it was long distance, but it was nice. It was okay.
So are you proving the point, or probably I stand to be corrected, that every man should know that the person who's going to take over from you, just in case you F up, is always around the corner?
No. Because, for example, the boy I left the high school sweetheart, and then this American guy that I met, I didn't know he was there. It was just a random meetup, a total stranger.
And there you are.
Yeah, total stranger. Yeah.
So now, fast forward into this, and now you now become the first lady of Machakos County. What is the beautiful story behind you and Mheshimiwa?
So the thing I want to avoid is to be attached to these men.
Very much allowed.
Because I don't want now, when the interview is done, the headline itakuwa high Mutua and high end, I don't want that. Because I am my own person. So I don't want, I can talk about it, but I don't want it to be the main thing that that comes out. You understand?
I get you. I get you on that.
I've been so entangled in that, and I have broken free, so I don't want to take myself back to that.
What has been the healing process for you? Because now, like I told you, I look at Lillian and I see a very, and it's true, I think the independence is really now coming out of late. I mean, you're now airing your own independent thoughts and your thoughts and your thought minds on issues, both social and political, whichever. How has that healing been? What did you have to do? Because I know there's some young girls who are watching and they're like, I want to find myself, but I don't know how I'm gonna get into this. Because yes, some of them are actually, truth be told, the ladies who are watching, and probably they're always been attached, even within their small circle. They will not be celebrities as such, but they're always being attached to. How did somebody now detach from that and now become independent? What did you do?
I believe it's age. I met Alfred when I was 25, and then now I'm the first lady. I had to grow up. Yeah,
At what age now do you become the first lady?
25. Like, what do I know then? I'm a mature girl. Like, I probably matured early.
Yes.
But then when I got into my 30s, early 30s, I felt there's more out there,
Okay.
you know, and I wanted to break free, not end the relationship, just be my own person.
Okay.
And I think our fights now started from Apana, you can't. We are this, it's us, we cannot break free. So I think when you get into your 30s as a woman, it's just natural. You want more for yourself, for sure. Definitely. If you don't go through that, I think there's a problem with you as a woman. Yeah. But late 20s, 30s, you come to know who you are, what you want, what you don't want, what you stand for. And then the people you grow with, those are your people. Yeah. Because 20s, you go all over. You understand? Yeah. But that is you get to become your own person.
So that all these cars and everything really did matter at that point. It was about, I'm saying now when you go to 30 now, all these cars and opulence and traveling around really didn't start. They started, is it that they started losing relevance to you as a person?
So I started looking for more. And I remember talking to an older friend. He's, an older friend. Huh? And I told him, I'm just feeling so empty. Like, Nini, what's missing? Because I have everything.
Literally, you're the first lady.
This guy told me, just maisha too. So what you'll do, I want to introduce you to philosophy, you know? So I got into philosophy and I just found so much purpose and so much meaning in my life. And then now there are different brackets of philosophy, you know? So I read a lot and then I asked myself, which one resonates most with me? So today I consider myself a Stoic.
Well,
Yeah, I'm a full Stoic. And probably that's why people say I'm gracious and all that. I'm bothered, but not too bothered, you know? Because as a Stoic, you just let go. You don't control as much. But then again, everything you do, you have to ask yourself, how much can I control this? If you can't, just let it go, you know?
and I think you and I are going, probably we're not going through sounds like it's something bad. I think we're in the same mental space right now, because I'm also at the same point of, the other time I was telling my PA, if I find love again, fine. But if I also don't find love, I'm gonna love myself until that love comes. So I'm at a point of what I can control. If my bosses feel like they want to fire me today, I won't cry. I'll be like, oh, fine.
Yeah.
But if until then, God forbid, now that I'm still here, whatever I can control, I can control. Whatever I can't, I can't.
Yeah, so I found philosophy and it gave me, like, I'm a courageous person, but it gave me more courage. So I never have fear of doing anything. And I always treat life with a sense of urgency. You know, I don't like to postpone things. My mantra is carpe diem memento mori. Like, it means you're all going to die, so seize the day. So every day I wake up, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a new day. I have to maximize it. And my friend was asking me, "Kwani unaenda wapi?" I'm like, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, but I have to maximize today. You know, so I found philosophy. It really grounded me, and I go back to it so often. I also discovered running. I run. So running, I met a very good coach, Coach Douglas Wakehore. He's my coach, and that freed my soul. Today, if I feel I'm a bit anxious, I'm worried about something, I just go for a run.
That's it.
That's it. And I don't run with music. I don't run with just kobarabara too.
So the wind,
yeah, everything,
against
the
you,
people,
yes.
the environment, you're aware. Yeah, so philosophy and running, they just transform my life completely. To date, just those I engage in them, I indulge in them every other day.
You don't talk much about friends.
About
About friends.
friends?
Yes.
I have friends, and most of my friends are from high school. So I'm a very loyal person. I'm probably to a fault. I'm a very loyal woman, and probably it's been taken advantage of. But even to prove that what I'm saying now, my friends are all from high school. I haven't, probably one friend, one or two from KQ. And since then, I haven't made new friends. It's probably acquaintances here and there. But yeah, I have friends, and most of them, actually, they're not in Kenya. They went to different countries, but they're the best friends I could ever ask for. I remember when I lost my driver. I lost a driver a few years ago, and two friends, not in the country. You know, they stood with me, or just like they were there through the process, even after, for a very long time, more than the people who are here. You know, my sister also is a very good friend of mine. I have two sisters. They're very good friends of mine. Yes, yeah.
Are they protective of you?
What does that mean?
I mean, because you're the one who's more out in the limelight, and things are said, and we're in the era of WhatsApp status, WhatsApp blogs and everything. There's that times like, ni nini wamesema leo kukuhusu tutawa.
No, I think wameshazoea. The person who worries is my mom. They're like, oh, you know, I'm like, no, mommy, just what can I do? Yeah, but my sisters, people consider me as a strong person. So I think when you're considered strong, people don't check up on you. They think you have it all together, like you're sorting your issues. And I'm like, sometimes I'm so broken, and I need somebody to check in with me. But
What do you do when you're broken?
I go for a run.
Anytime.
Yeah, I go for a run. I breathe. I do breath work. Breathing takes away all your problems.
Like, yeah, like when how do you handle the intense conversations?
How do I don't have many interactions for me to get angry.
At a relationship, you don't argue?
Not much.
Okay.
Not much. Because now, if somebody has done you wrong, it's a decision to do you wrong. It's not by at your accident, So probably you can ask, why did this happen? But it's not like at your fighting, all these things. Yeah, I've fought in the past, in terms of like not physical, even physically, but I don't like push you, sana. You understand? Because you knew what you were doing, So probably just ask, why did this happen? And of course, utanidanganya, and I hate lies.
Are you able to pick up a lie?
I do. Then I just lose all respect for you. Because listen, if you lie to me, it shows you don't have any respect for me,
Okay.
Yeah. So I really hate lying. I don't lie, if I can say that. Honestly, I don't think the last time I lied, I don't remember the last time I lied. I don't lie. Because why are you lying? Yeah, just speak the truth. Like, say how things are. Yeah, but I'm never like too whatever. The thing that gets me angry quite a bit, probably the interaction I have, is poor service. I don't know how to let go poor service. I don't know whether it's petty, but for me, I don't know how. If I come to your restaurant, I'm at a hotel, I'm wherever, you must give me good service. You must. If you don't, that's tutavutana a bit. Yeah, that's the only thing that gets me angry.
Others, you're always very.
Yeah, I'm always just chill. Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah. It's just always chill.
Allow me to ask. Because I'm really interested in picking your mind on a few things. Then of course we'll finish up with issues about politics. When it comes to marriage context, and I really love the way you talk about your mom and your dad, and that it simply shows that you've grown up in a very comfortable, in an averagely comfortable family as you're growing up. And of course, the things that you saw dad do for mom and mom do for dad, that you thought, hey, these are the same things, these are the values I'd want to carry over in my marriage, of course. And of course, these questions and time have changed, as you and I have agreed on. When even it comes to issues about polygamy, there's always a notion that a man does not belong to one woman. Is it an ideology that you what would you think about it?
People just want to have an excuse to behave badly. That's it. Like, there's no other explanation.
So there's nothing like a polygamy.
No, it's nothing like that. And you find people who are polygamous, they're just probably the most hopeless people, most
Really?
hopeless men, yeah.
Man,
Let me tell you,
Eh.
a successful man has one woman, loves his family, provides. So, sijui polygamy, sijui I want to do this, hopeless. Hopeless.
Mi nimeona wanaume wako na 1 or 2 wives, 3 wives, and they're doing well. They're
Yes,
successful.
they're just trying to boost their ego, but they're hopeless. Completely.
Hii hopeless iko wapi?
Because you feel like you want more because there's something lacking in you. So you feel like if you have more women, even people who are just with different women, it just says who they are, you know? Yeah. A secure man has one woman.
Have you ever cheated?
I don't cheat. I'm so loyal to a fault. I don't cheat. Me, I'm with you. Tukiachana tunaachana. But I don't cheat. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was telling him, Mimi, I sleep with you. I'm getting attached. I'm calling you in the morning. Omega.
Wow.
I get attached.
That's your love language.
I mean, I don't know how to be casual, and probably that's why I've never had a space where I haven't had a boyfriend, because I'm always like, Kasa, this has been so good to endele. But then I always get men who move very fast with me. So I think now, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't cheat. I'm too loyal. If I'm in, I'm in. Kabisa. If I'm out kabisa. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you this directly, but you are free not to answer directly. The two gentlemen that probably the world has made noise about who have been in your life, Moesh, and of course my very good friend Giuliani, and there was a conversation that these are two different men. Moesh is who he is. I mean, he's out there. Giuliani, is hip hop, ni ghetto and everything. It's like, Lillian, kutoka too corporate, too executive, too bendera kwa gari, then to our boys, from the hoodies and Julian.
Yeah.
I guess like this is quite a transition.
Yeah.
Was it in that desire of looking for something different, or was it that what Lillian wanted was now coming out? You're free to answer directly, like I put it clearly.
Yeah. The two are very different. Now, my weakness, I've come to realize, I'm attracted to intelligence, which doesn't always pay off. Like a man, I like a man who is stimulating my mind. Like, teach me something I don't know.
All right.
It's all about atisijui unakaje, you're doing these things. So the two are very different, but they're brilliant people. And that is what attracted me to them.
Oh.
Yeah. It hasn't always paid off. But yeah. But I met Giuliani probably at the right time. And of course, I met Alfred at the right time back then. We were supposed to be together for 10 years, build Machakos together, and do all the things that we did. We did very many good things together. Then I met Jay. We have a lovely, lovely son together. He's now 2.5 years. So it's been really good. Yeah, so I think, as I said, I try not to control anything, because when I met Jay, I had never met him before. True. Of course, I wasn't going out a lot, interacting with a lot of people. But clearly, we were meant to meet and have a baby. So why am I sitting here trying to understand anything?
What was supposed to happen?
It was supposed to happen, So.
Do you even know his songs?
Yeah, some.
Some.
Yeah, some. And it's always to see him in his creative mood. It's just something so admirable, And I see my son now, he loves music. You can hear, even when he's playing with his toys in the house and he hears music, he just does his head like this, He loves music, like, yeah, I want to dance. And so it's just interesting.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think life brings you, life knows, or God knows what you need at whatever time. And then also he knows when this has come to an end and you need the next thing in your life. So I never struggle, maybe a bit, of course, because I'm only human, but I never struggle to just hold on to something when its time is over. Yeah, I appreciate what we've had, memories or the learnings, the lessons, and then you just move on. Yeah,
And you're out of that place.
yeah. But I think the attacks that Jay went through were very brutal.
Yes.
And very unfair. And it just shows how humans, I just may just say Kenyans, yeah, how we don't want to expand our mind to accept some realities and situations. Like umetoka huku unaenda huku kwa nini, you understand? Because even today people tell me, you left this person, you're with this person, why you could be, I'm like,
Yeah, those problems, like, I mean, guys are like, watch match a whole cabinet secretary when the boy will get to. There's always been that conversation.
yeah. But you see, they don't know this person. They don't know each person individually.
You are the one who knows.
Yeah, I'm the one who knows them, So Alfred and I are very good friends now. Everything came down, temperatures came down, so now we are very good friends. And everything is okay. It was meant to be that way. You can't fight it. It was meant to be that way.
You of course, as we said in the beginning, you've been very vocal of late about some of the things that are happening around. In a few days, there's been the president went to Jesus Winner Church, and he did a donation of 20 million Kenyan shillings. And now there's a planned Occupy Jesus Winner that is being planned out. And are we overdoing this thing? Are we overdoing the whole freedom of expression and us being a democratic country? Do you feel like we're overdoing it?
No, not at all. And I think probably it's just the beginning. Now, a few weeks ago, I did a post and I said, anybody who wants to remove Ruto from office, in the election 2027, they have a hard task, because Ruto has been a politician for a very long time.
For the longest time.
And
92.
Yeah, and when he won State House, people could not believe, because they were sure the other people are going to go in. As a president, and even probably my experience from Machakos, every person comes in with their own manifesto, their own agenda.
Yes.
So unless you're of unsound mind, you don't come in and say, "Sasa nimeingia ofisi, I'm not going to do anything." You get down to work. I saw it with Alfred. He had a great vision for Machakos, but the politics was too much, So that just dragged him down, But Alfred did a lot in the county, a lot, But then out here, it seemed like he's not doing anything.
They've always captioned him as the king of PR.
Yes.
And they think that he did a lot of PR in Machakos instead of real development. That's what people try to paint it out.
He did a lot of work. People in Machakos, they can attest to that, Come to our president now, I know Ruto. I've met him a few times. He's a worker, You see him Domo too. So I think what's happening, there's so much, maybe the people around him are not the right people. Because when you see a president, for example, there are so many incidents I see happening, and they just say, this is Ruto. Ruto is a president, okay? He has so much on his table. He's not going to sit and say, to go and do this small things, quote, small thing here. He has so many bigger things to deal with. You understand? So I think what's coming out is every bad thing that's going on in government. And probably the health is not working. So we get to see all these things. Yes. The money you're talking about to the church. But I'm sure they're doing something, But probably their PR is not as well-oiled, to show us that. But then again, probably we're already too biased to appreciate what's happening appreciate the good side of.
So in your sense, the government is delivering.
I'm sure they're doing a few good things, but probably don't get to hear.
Okay.
Now, if you get into office and you want a second term, you are doing a lot of politics. Don't forget to get re-elected.
Yes.
And I think now we can see he's back to Ukokongea, Giagari and all that because he's trying to get re-elected. So when that happens, development takes a backseat. So who's losing? Nisisi, But it's good that people are now more aware of what's happening. I think what happened in June was a start. We might have something else coming, but now the government knows to now angalia, and we are aware of what's going on, and we won't let you get away with that. Yeah.
Right.
So people now say I'm supporting Ruto. I have no desire to get into that space. But in terms of airing my views, that's something I will do. I'll continue to do.
Every single day.
Yeah, every single day.
Right. Lillian, thank you so much for coming on.
Asante.
I really do appreciate
it. Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, lessons are 30. Our guest lecturer for the show today has been the one and only Madam Lillian Nganga, live on the show. And we have, and I hope those ones who are smart enough, you've picked a few things in terms of the lessons that you need to know, especially understanding yourself, your own space. And I think my pick home is what you can control, don't try and control it. But what you can, it's fine. But either way, live. And then, of course, the fact of living in urgency, like, let's.
Now.
I think I think I've enjoyed this conversation more because it's a space that I'm now thriving in myself. I'm a place whereby, what if I don't wake up tomorrow? All right.
Yeah.
Miles Monroe, before he died, he was talking about dying empty, and I think every human being should perceive to die empty.
Yeah.
Don't die with things that you should not have. And then for me, I continued my own revelation, and I was just thinking, if today I was to die, then my life was put on a projector, and I was told, Ofweneke, this is what you were supposed to be. But guess what? You limited yourself to just a presenter, TV, radio, and emceeing, and that was it. And God is like, this is what I had planned out to be for you.
Yeah.
So it's about, so I like the urgency part really worked. That's really comes out for me.
And I think it's enhanced now that I have a baby. Now, I never used to fear dying. And even today, I don't. But now I don't want to die. I want to live as long so I can see my son grow up, go to school. He's going to school next year. Like, I want to live for long. But then again, if that's not the plan, every day we have to maximize. And this guy called Brian Johnson, he had, him on Twitter. I follow him and it's just so interesting, whatever he's doing. So I want to live as long as and see him grow up, see how he turns out, And even Juicy, I posted about how I think as parents, we want to control our kids' life course because it took longer to walk, but he spoke quite fast. So my baby now he's 2.5 and he speaks, Did
he say dad first or mom first?
He said daddy, of course. And last week, even I posted on my social somewhere, he said, he came and asked me, Mommy, are you happy? I said, yes, I'm happy. And he said, I'm happy too. And he came give me a hug, and I've learned kids are born with everything they need. They have all the tools, So mambo ya shule, don't force it, don't rush it. He's going to school next year when he's 3.5, Himself, Saizi, he's asking for a pen to write. He's asking because now it's the right time for him to get into that space, not forcing, Yeah. So I want to let him be that. I know I'll struggle when he goes to school because I don't have a lot of trust in our education system. So I'll see how that goes. Yeah. Because I want him to be as free as. And I was thinking in the morning, were we really born to just go to school and work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.? for all the years that we should be half-half. You do your work, do your school, half the week, then half the week tunaenjoy tu maisha huku duniani. You understand? And that is what I'm trying to do with my life. So this year I've taken time off work. This year I'm not working as much. Just taking it easy, spending time with my baby. Because now akienda shule, I'll never have him all to myself, probably, unless now I do homeschooling.
You sound so confident. You sound like like it's only gonna be him. You don't have more kids?
Interesting. I would, but I would have a baby probably via surrogate. I have no desire to carry a baby again because I've experienced that. I had a very easy pregnancy,
But
I don't have the desire of
be buying again.
because I've been there. So I would try surrogacy, but then again, I'm always curious about the bond because I don't get to breastfeed. I don't get to hear him kicking my tummy. And what does he pick from or she pick from the carrier? You understand? Yeah. But I would be keen to try surrogacy. Yeah. I know it's not legal in Kenya yet, but if it was one a baby, that's the route I would take.
Hey, today you've taken me through some culture shocks. Yeah, hey, a couch on your first house, a carpet on your first house. Surrogacy. I'm like, damn. This is when one you said and I've just ignored. This year you've taken a break from working. Damn.
So listen, what
Are you
happened?
normal, Lillian? In this economy, who the hell told you can take a break from working?
What happened when I got the baby 2022, I got a bit anxious about working because I'm like, I'm in this new relationship. Life has changed for sure. So how do I get back into the workspace? So I did like a group message to like my contacts. Somebody wrote back and told me, call this person, you know? And that's how I've always gotten my jobs. I think I'm just lucky or whatever it is. This person called me back in like 5 minutes. I started working on Monday, like the following day. So I worked there for 1.5 years. I resigned last year because it was a remote job, yeah, very nice job. I resigned because I wanted to just be with my baby, you know. I've taken care of my baby by myself.
So no nanny, no nothing.
No nanny.
Just you and him.
Yeah. I have somebody who comes and cleans. They do everything else, but Otheri Nuwango, changing him, I think probably myself and the father have done the changing and kumuosha, but nobody else has touched my baby, you know? I feel my child will be safer kwa shule than at home with a house girl, you know? Because I think nannies, first of all, they should be taken for mental checks. Not just the health.
No, but Lunje nannies are nice. Have you tried a Lunje nanny?
No, I'm talking about just in general.
You just said they should take it for mental checks.
Yeah, because who are you living with your child with? You know, akiwa shule, it's not about him. Kuna watoto wengi. But now you've left your child with this nanny, a stranger. You just get too anxious, you know. So akienda shule, I'll have probably, I don't know, more time to whatever. But I was saying I took this year just to be with him. We're always up and about. Kuzurura, we're always going for play groups. Yeah, we are very busy actually. And now he's bigger, he can talk, so...
My God, I wish I could take an off a year.
So listen, my podcast is about, like people, the sessions are called no work sessions, where I'm trying to have people like ask themselves, like you ask yourself, if tomorrow you woke up and there was no work, who are you? You know? Because we work too much. Work is overrated.
I would sleep. I love sleep. Oh my God, I love sleep.
But for how long? Do you have a life if there's no work? So even the guests, we end up talking about work, the bigger part, but I'm trying to have people ask themselves, who am I? Who is Lillian when I'm not working? So I've discovered who I am without work. I'm not saying I don't do anything. I have a travel company, I'm a project manager, I'm doing woodwork, I'm doing many things, but I'm not giving it 100%, you know? And then also going back to when I was trying to discover myself, I discovered minimalism, you know. So I'm a minimalist. I don't overindulge. I used to shop back in the day, But now I don't shop for things. I don't need much. I have a house. It's clean. My bed is soft. Bed sheets are smooth. Kuna maji baridi kwa fridge. Like, what else do I need? My child is healthy. I'm healthy. I can run. My hair is good. My parents are good. My siblings are okay. Nini ingine nataka? So I'm a super money minimalist. I have no desire. I have no desire for things at all. At all. But then again, I'm not saying people who have desires is a wrong thing. I think you need to go through that. And when people say money is not important, money is very good. Pesa ni mzuri sana. It gives you happiness. Broad, but it gives you happiness. Because, for example, if you want to go for a spa day and you don't have money, hautaenda, but you want to go and have a spa day, you have money. Yeah. So money is good, but it's not, it should not be the driver of everything that you're doing. Otherwise, you just get lost, wakatikati. Yeah.
Do you feel like your son is going to take over for you?
No, very interesting. I said he loves music. He has that creative gene in him. Then he's very organized, I've noticed. So when he's eating probably like his watermelon, he eats, and then now everything else he puts on the side. Kanachukua sahani, put it in the dustbin. So I'm just looking. I'm not trying to force anything on him. He's very, very organized, you know. When we wake up in the morning, he wants to make his bed, you know. Akiva t-shirt, he wants to have it straight, you know. So I think he's picked up being organized from me. So
it is the monthly cake.
It's a
monthly cake to the magic. It's literally paying off. My goodness.
Yeah. So when he does something, he's like, oh, it's so messy. Then he wants to wipe it.
I love.
You know. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
Thank you so much. I love the insight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third, of course, Lillian Nganga live on the show. Thank you so much. It's beautiful exclusive on the show. I know we rarely see her on interviews, and of course, once again, I just want to say this is I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much, and makes me feel a little bit honored. So, asante sana, karibu sana. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure you subscribe on the show, on the YouTube channel. Dr. Ofweneke TV is the show. Let's keep the numbers going up. Asante sana, guys are watching from USA, UK, Europe, Qatar, Emirates. Others are watching from South Africa, down south, up north, all the way in the west, and of course East Africa. Santeni sana. Thank you so much. Whether we like it or not, I know there's gonna be bloggers who are gonna be picking snippets of the story. I know you guys are gonna do that. The ones who pick the positive ones for the right reasons and genuine reasons. Thank you so much. The rest, God bless you. So, and before we leave, I've told you and I'm reminding you again, the ones who are watching from diaspora, finally there's a way and there's a solution of you sending money back home without having any anxiety. Sijui tumado kutoka America, Boston, Bahusero, ulikuwa unajua jengewa mansion, unapata ni nyumba ya manyasi, wewe. Sijui ulikuwa unanunua shamba wapi Kamulu, sasa ukapata kuna shamba ilinunuliwa, anko yako sijui alifanya nini. Now, you can actually pay money right from wherever you are in Europe, in the USA, in UK, and whichever place in diaspora through an exact till number. There's a till number system on the lengthy application that you need to download. Make sure you use the code Ofwe, which of course make sure that you get a cashback or a redeemable once you use the service every single time you use the service. So please go and download the lengthy app. The details are right there on the screen, because it's safe. There's a till number. It's safe for you. Hakuna anxiety, unatuma do home and direct. Sisi ndio tunatumia aunti yako, anko yako, wana misuse pesa wanaenda sherehe. Na umesikia Lillian amesema mambo ya kunywa ovyo watu wawache. And apart from that, tunauza mashamba. On the same note, Username Properties is giving you the best and the best of offers. Terra Gardens, it's right there at Ngong. I'll be going there myself. Check on my Instagram and my TikTok. I'll be going there myself. The shambas are being sold at around 700. So make sure you get yourself an eighth. Your investment and investing in the future is something very important. Don't just be kunywaing around and having fun and you've not invested anywhere. I'm not making noise because I don't have a shamba. I have shambas and I make sure that my daughters have a secured future. I don't know what you think. Don't wait until you're 35 and 40 for you to start getting worried. Start investing right now. Get yourself a piece of shamba. Username is waiting for you. The contact and info is there. Na kama umekuwa ukishuku kuna mtu anaangalia simu yako, your wife or your husband, or some of you are shukuing your data. Sijui mtu anaingia email yako, ana hack Instagram, ana hack Twitter and everything. Download so that you can be able to secure for your phone. Actually, msee mmoja anaingia kwa simu yako, ajaribu kuingiza pattern, wrong passcode and anything, inakupiga picha. Itapiga mse picha, nitakutumia email ikwambia wife yako ndo alikuwa anachungulia. Okay, sawa, nimetumia tu as an example. Whichever way, see you again next week same time, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, on our next show, this is Lessons 30. My name is the Eagle himself, the Duke of Kakamega. Dr. Ofweneke is my name. You cannot wait to see who our next guest lecturer is on Lessons 30. May God bless you so much. To all the ladies, mwah. To all the men, you can sort yourselves out. Bye bye. Subscribe on the page, Dr. Ofweneke TV.